A submissive woman actually controls a man. By being your good girl, she can influence you, and that's how she gets to play God. Real world example. I'm not gonna let the woman that's closest to me in my life right now iron my shirt, because giving her that chance to please me puts her on a pedestal, because she gets to feel good about pleasing me. I think my chest bone just popped. The same way Christians pray to God trying to get special favor, they're like, gimme, 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 God, gimme, gimme, gimme. I will do everything that you want and I will be the best Christian ever. Women do the same exact thing with men, all sorts of women. It's really just their innate nature. It's really your job as a man to check it. Even if like you have like a sweet virgin princess wife, they're still gonna do that. Even if they're like a homeless 40-year-old woman and you're getting your life together and you're trying to make it work out with her and y'all are finding Jesus together, she's gonna do it too. The beginning of everything, whenever God punished the snake and then the woman and then man last, when he punished the woman, he said that her desires will be that of the man's. So when she can fulfill your desire and you have kind of no desires left, she's giving you sex, she's fed you, she's giving you a massage, and now like you think life is just perfect and there's no reason to keep pushing and there's no reason, you can be comfortable, you've achieved it. When you give off that energy to her, there's nothing left for her to desire because your desires are fulfilled. In that moment, because of the way that you even communicate that to her, like, oh babe, the massage was so good, the food was so good, da, 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 da. Like you're almost worshiping her as the source of these things, and then she gets to play God and she's gonna judge you. A lot of women actually get into their flesh in that moment. It's a huge ego trip. You gotta be very careful of that. My kids are in there having fun. Anyways, spiritually, like she wants you to step on her toes. She hates you for avoiding it. She wants you to be on your mission, and if she's kind of like in the way of her mission, she wants you to kind of be like, because that's your desire. Even if, I know this sounds crazy, but it's true. Even if like, if you push her out the way, like not right now, I'm doing something. And then she sees that you do it, and then you get fulfillment from doing that thing, that's gonna actually like make her happy. Not that making her happy is the purpose, but that's what she's looking for. You need to understand that like a woman should be submissive, obviously, but a submissive woman can control a man because of her influence onto that man. You can see this really in generally with all submission. You know, this it's spoken on the 48 laws of power as well. A child can influence a parent by being a really good kid and then getting their parent to do something they normally wouldn't, or like a good student can do that with a teacher. Women do this with men all the time, and people just don't consider it because like you can, oh, she's being submissive, what does it matter? Well, like your whole relationship and everything surrounded with that relationship, if it's a bloodline, is like deteriorating because you're putting her submission and ability to submit as a resource, and it's not a resource. It's what her calling to life is. That's what she wants to do. If you pedestalize her submission or she pedestalizes her submission, you're completely missing the point. And it's no different than a Christian pedestalizing their own submission to God to try to get special favor. It's no different. Really what you see with intergender dynamics typically is it's very based off of the way that God works. Like a relationship of a woman to man, very similar to the relationship of like the collective of men to Christ. Or a relationship to like parents. You can't get to the Father without first going to your earthly father. God picked your earthly father to be your earthly father for a specific reason, and if you dishonor him, you can't even get to God. The masculine and the feminine really matter in the way that we interpret the word and interpret our social lives in society. And right now society is really missing both. It's really missing God and proper gender dynamics. It's really important to be aware of like how dark demonic forces work within these things. They're gonna come to you like masqueraded like an angel of light, whether that be like a submissive, beautiful woman who's like, yeah, like I'll give you everything you want, I'll do everything you want, and then they're gonna like get you off your path, get you off your mission. That's how these energies and these forces come. They definitely don't come to you in a silly hat, like chilling like this. That's the point. Just something for us to think about. One last thing I'll add to that is she's gonna test your strength with her ability to make you comfortable. You could have really like 100 women serving your every desire, doing whatever you want. If those women can get you to pick your comfortability over your own purpose, you lost the game. The game is your purpose. That's why women want to please you. If you make the game her pleasing you or her submission, you lost. And you also fell off the path of what God needs you to do. So something to consider, women will use submission to try to control a man, something most people don't consider ever. Super not common, as common nowadays, because women are non-submissive. And then even like women who, like, in my experience, like liberal girls are actually fairly submissive, but they're not using submission in that kind of tactic. They kind of just crave it a bit, but like it's conservative women and traditional women in like your longer relationships with any kind of relationship, employment, children, submission could be used for manipulation, but something often not considered in intergender dynamics. Yeah.